Long time no see, YouTube. It's your boy Visor Lizard here, back again with another YouTube video for you guys. Today's video, I wanted to go back through and reiterate what I kind of said in my triple threat offline video, but this is more so like the best team I think you should be using for triple threat to maximize like the time it's going to take you for like beat the game and just ease of beating the game. There are two things I kind of want to talk about with the team. Number one is they did get a shooting buff today. Just dropped it at like 4 a.m, something like that. So we now are able to shoot a little bit better in MyTeam, is what they said, and it feels better. I'm gonna be honest, I think it feels better. One thing I will say with one of the players I have on here is I have been adding badges to D'Angelo Russell, and none of these are showing up in game. I don't know if it's a visual bug. I don't know if I don't know what's going on, because I was going to do a test to see if Green Machine actually did anything, but before I upgrade to Green Machine, I want to make sure these badges actually work. This is a forewarning to anybody: if you add badges in game or onto your card, they will not show up in game. I don't know if they're there. I don't know what's going on with this. Haven't seen anything about it, but hopefully they fix this sometime soon. Now we'll get right into the video, right into the best triple threat team in my opinion, and as we'll see, we'll load right in here, and boom, this is what I think is the best team you could possibly use right now. This D'Angelo Russell Karl Anthony Towns duo is, I think, by far the best duo. And here there's a really, hair's just kind of going crazy today. There's a really good reason why. So if we look at D'Angelo Russell, and let's, for most of you, you're probably going to want to use this Dame. It was a free card. It's a good card, don't get me wrong. Damian Lillard has all the hot zones. He has 40 silver badges, which is insane. He definitely has the edge to a degree, but that's, I don't know, we'll get into that. So now if we jump to the stats, D'Angelo Russell has a 90 driving layup with the duo active. Now that's huge, especially with how OP driving to the basket is right now. Having a 90 driving layup is really good. He'll get a lot of solid finishes. I've had him finish over tall defenders. Like, he's very good at finishing. Now, if you look at his draw foul, about the same. Shot close, 12 better than Dame, which means if you get the ball down low, it goes once again with finishing down low. That 82 close shot is going to be huge, and you'll notice it a lot, like being able to finish a lot more in the paint than you ever would with Damian Lillard. And then, of course, the shooting is just, look at that. 10 better mid-range, 6 better 3. I mean, you can't argue that. Like, that's, especially with the shooting buff, I think D'Lo is probably one of the best cards you can use right now. Ball control doesn't really matter. Defensively, they're pretty much the same. Now, D'Lo is a little slower, but you got to remember he's also an inch taller. So if you really want the speed, go with Dame, but I don't think speed's as important this year, especially when playing offline, because no one's cherry picking or anything like that. And even online, I had no problems with D'Angelo Russell on defense. Now, obviously, he doesn't have these badges normal. I believe it's 25 actually have the card at my auction. We'll go check. I have a couple of them. 26 and 5. That's pretty good. If any of you, by the way, if anybody wants either of these cards, I will gladly put them up for very cheap. Leave it down in the comments. I am on Xbox. Leave it down in the comments below if you want a D'Lo, and I will gladly put him up for as cheap as I possibly can. 500, whatever you want. My gamer tag's on the top right corner if you want to add me. But anyways, back to the thing, back to the triple threat. And then of course we have Cat, which, part of the duo, another very solid card. The only other player I'd say maybe is like DeAndre Ayton. I think it's good to run a center this year. They just help with rebounds. They help down low in the paint, kind of jam up the paint. And with Karl Anthony Towns, he's very good at finishing. I mean, look at that 90 close shot, very good. I mean, his post moves are just ridiculous. He can shoot the three, he can shoot the mid range, he can dunk. He has 60 ball control for a center, which is really good. 78 block, which is solid. Defense is whatever, it doesn't really matter. Decent rebounding. He's actually pretty fast for a center as well. And 84 strength is fine, so you're going to be able to power anybody that you need to. With 17 silver, 18 bronze badges, you can't really complain with that. Now, this last player is going to be what I call your choice. Now, I like to run this Kobe, one, because I'm trying to Evo him, and two, I think he's just, it kind of lowers the difficulty, because the only other card I'd want to run would be this Paul George, but you end up playing like a lot higher overall cards than I would if I use this Kobe, just because of the overall difference. And to be honest, I prefer the Kobe. I think he just has better animations. I just like the Kobe more, much faster. But it's like I said, it's really up to the player. It's up to you guys on who you want to use. Maybe you love Paul George, or maybe you have, you know, a pink diamond, or maybe you have this James Silas, you know, you want to use him. Use whoever you want. I would strongly recommend either a shooting guard or small forward for this last slot, as opposed to running like a couple point guards and a center. But we're gonna load right into a game here. I'm gonna show you kind of how to utilize them, how to make, you know, them work for you, how to make this team function, because it is a very, very strong triple threat team. I think it's really easy to score. I haven't had issues since day one scoring. So, and as you can see here, we're playing Amethyst Allen Houston, so it'll be a good game along with Sapphire Bradley Beal. Always good to stay hydrated, everybody. Definitely something you want to do. All right, as we're loading in here. Now, I did have a lot of issues day one as far as scoring goes, which I think everyone kind of had. But I think as time has gone on and I've realized, you know, there are other ways to score other than just, you know, trying to shoot like everyone was. Here, I'll try to get a shot up for you guys right there. You know, it's close, but it's nothing crazy. And look at that. That is what Cat will do for you every time. I understand I have a small guy on him, but Cat will grab the rebound and he's easily going to finish that every time. If you watch my earlier video, remember stay home is definitely the setting you want. As right there, D'Lo plays solid defense, but Bradley Beal finish. But staying home, if you have that set, your guys will play much better defense. I don't know if it's just me or if it's the game actually, you know, doing something, but it definitely feels like that helps immensely with defense, and that I don't have as many issues as far as, you know, guys switching or like fast break scores or anything like that. You kind of want to, you can debate the CPU into shooting that every single time and they will brick. They're really, really bad at shooting when you're that close. But it's only when you're using whoever it is that's close to the shot. Whoever's the closest, like if, like how I'm D'Lo, right? They give the ball to Bradley Beal, and I know Bradley Beal's going to shoot it. As long as I'm somewhat close and put my right stick up and put a hand up, it's a contest every single time. I don't know why that is. I don't know, like, if it's a bug. Like, look at that. He wide open, he bricked it. I've seen a lot of people say, oh, the CPU always scores, they make every shot. Like, I do not have that issue. And see, this is why you bring Cat, because you can body these little guys that you're getting, just out rebound them. Okay, until that happens. A little overconfident in my Karl-Anthony Towns there. But for the most part, that's all you really got to do. Another thing is scoring off fast breaks. Like I said in my first video, definitely how you're going to want to score the #1 way. This is D'Lo. This is why you use D'Lo. Those finishes are insane. He will do it every time. Like, he just is one of the best finishers in the game. I don't know if that's like purpose. I mean, I know D'Lo is good in real life as far as finishing. I'm actually which kind of now makes it seem biased that I'm saying get D'Lo, but he's definitely a really good card in the game along with Cat. It's just a good duo. I mean, literally I can score all my points, either of them. I know I can score. Of course here, and that's all you gotta do. Test off. They will make that. It's the CPU. Like, it is what it is. I'm not gonna sit here and get mad that Bradley Beal, as long as he's not making, you know, any like crazy shots like they have or when this game was first kind of dropping or like they were. Of course, we get Cat wide open, and see, I messed up the release. I definitely think that getting your release down on players is definitely gonna help. And then fast breaks are the best way to score with a nice little easy slam with Kobe. But it's and I know in my original video I definitely said off ball with your center. I don't think you have to anymore. It's pretty easy to actually on ball with your point guard or whoever they're really trying to score with. They're not too saucy. And like I said, once I found out that you can easily contest shots, as I get caught on a screen, which is one thing I would do want to talk about too. If you get caught on a screen, they will more than likely just get the ball and make it. I don't know why, but when you're stuck on a screen, it actually counts as, say, like no one being close to them. I don't know why it does that. It almost like completely negates your defensive presence, which is weird. But you know, it's 2K. we gotta expect the. Bradley Beal is just saucing. I mean, look at that. Normally, a lot of players would miss that layup. D'Lo will make that with that 90 layup. And that's the thing that you got to remember is he has such a high layup, such a high shooting stats. Like he's literally a do-it-all. There's nothing this D-Lo can't do on the court. Ball here, he can literally just post up and get an easy bucket every time. And this is all you have to do. You know, if you get a mismatch like this, expose it with Karl Anthony Towns. I have noticed my games are going a lot quicker, especially now that I've realized how to defensively play. As of course he will score. Like I said, it's gonna happen. You're gonna have times where I'm right there. And you guys see that, right? Like I'm there clearly guarding him, and the game just like, no, you're not there. But you gotta remember, it's not a big deal. Because I mean, I can just go down and literally do this every single time. And if you have, say you're playing, you know, a bunch of centers, there's no need to worry. D-Lo will guard them. It's not a big. He's also a taller guard, 6'4", which is a lot nicer than say using like Kyrie or Steph, who I believe are 6'2", as they haven't even used Allen Houston yet. Kobe does seem a little slow on defense, so that's something I would keep in mind for you guys that are using him. Because I mean, it's not that he's bad on defense, but he's a lot slower. As we're gonna and shoot that, and that's gonna game. It's not gonna go in, but we'll just dunk it for the easy slam, easy win. Now I didn't shoot the best that game, and that's okay. Like I said, shooting still needs a little bit of tweaks, and I think it's the badges. From what I've seen online, everybody that I played, especially in Park, had like maxed out shooting badges or a lot of shooting badges, and they make shots, whereas I don't even have a single one. But if you look at the stats here, with 8 of 12 with Cat, 2 of 4 with D-Lo, like I'm not having the issue where I'm shooting a terrible percent, like at all. If we go to team comparison, I literally shot 65%. I only missed 6 shots. I definitely think this is the team everybody should be running with. Especially, it's really cheap too. It's a really cheap squad. I think D-Lo is about 1,000, and I think Cat is maybe 3,000, 4,000, around that mark. I'm not sure where he's at now. It's been a while since I've checked. But that's just a little bit of grinding, and you got it. Or if you got the pre-order bonus, you have enough to get them both. As we're going to see if we can open the vault here, and I don't think we do. If anybody understands what the red means, leave it down in the comments below, because I don't, or the yellow. I don't understand how the vault works this year. It's confusing. But that's it for the video today. I just want to talk about what I think is the best triple threat team, and here it is right here. Like I said, you can replace Kobe with anybody you want. Shooting guard, a small forward. I would keep it shooting guard or small forward. Either of those definitely work and be the best fit for you. Just kind of based off you. Subscribe if you're new here for daily content from me. I'm going to be playing 2K21 My Team a lot. I've been grinding this game. I've been really enjoying it. I hope you guys are having a great day, enjoying the game too, especially with this new shooting patch. Hope things get better. And peace, y'all.